Bluesky checkmarks, another iCloud lawsuit, Apple Easter eggs, and Google's cookies. This is MacVoices. This edition of MacVoices is supported by Insta360 and their new Insta360 X5 flagship camera. Visit store.insta360.com and use the promo code MacVoices to get a free invisible 114 centimeter selfie stick worth $24.99 with a standard package purchase. Limit first 30 standard package purchases only. MacVoices is supported by MacPaw, the makers of Clean My Mac, your ultimate solution for Mac control and care. Try Clean My Mac for 7 days free, then use the code MacVoices20 for 20% off at cleanmy.com/MacVoices. That's CLNMY.com/MacVoices. For those of us who are on Bluesky, now they are enabling Twitter-style blue check marks for, I guess, verification, identification. Apparently, they're going to be bestowed by the platform and have a decentralized option for trusted organizations for this. I also read in a different article, I think that they're going to be eventually opening it up so that you can verify yourself through whatever process they're using. I guess the question I want to ask is, does it matter anymore whether you have a blue check mark on whatever service, or does it matter if you are verified? Does anybody even pay any attention to that anymore?
No.
I think it's fun, especially if I'm not paying money to Elon to do it.
There's that.
You know, there's the little. I don't know. I think it's kind of a fun way to say, you know, we don't need your blue checks over at the other place. So.
Okay.
Because once everybody has a blue check, then it becomes irrelevant. If you think of it that way, from a status standpoint.
Well, I mean, you just said the word, Marty, is at one point it was status, because originally, you know, the celebrities and people that were somebody, at least in the public eye, got the blue check marks. And then they started allowing you to, you know, through a process of confirming your email, verifying your email, and, you know, maybe adding some other credentials, if you will, that you would get a blue check mark. And then blue check marks started appearing even for people that hadn't asked for them, because I had one for a long time on Twitter, or X. Twitter then, X now. And it's like, I have no idea. I never applied for it. I don't know where it came from. So I guess somebody maybe listened to the show. Fine. But I don't know that it was some people saw it as a status symbol. I guess that's not me. But it just, in today's world where everybody can impersonate everybody else, does it matter? I don't think so. I don't think so. So,
you know. It kind of depends on who's using the service. You know, a lot of government agencies have discovered that it's a problem with X now, trying to provide services on a network where you can't totally tell. But, you know, if you are an earthquake or fire evacuation notification group, being a check mark saying that, yep, that group is recognized as helpful when you're handing out evacuation notices. You know, same as if, you know, you're a news organization, knowing that everybody from a news organization is grouped together under some sort of verification. You know, the problem really comes in when you can't trust the verification. Then it doesn't mean anything at all. So if it's at all trustworthy, I would prefer having the option to have verification for some things. You know, news agencies, government accounts, that kind of thing.
Barry just put in the chat room, LinkedIn also has a verification process. It uses a third party. Barry, I was not aware of that. And if I mean, do you apply for it? Are they checking up on me and bumping people out of LinkedIn that don't check out? I wouldn't think so. Yeah, but I don't recall seeing anyone or anything on my account or anyone else's account that caught my attention that they were verified. So that's news to me. There's still a raging discussion going on in the chat room about storage.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I think if I get verified on LinkedIn, I will actually lose followers.
Oh gosh.
Marty, I know that you're joking, but I mean, are you serious at all?
No, I'm never serious.
Okay. All right, good. I was trying to figure out what the downside would be to being verified. I know on X, of course, at one point it was viewed as a sign of supporting Musk's initiatives, and because you were having to pay for the blue check mark, and so it became almost a badge of dishonor for a while. I think that time is gone, but maybe not. Oh, and thank you, David. I didn't know Wired had a paywall.
I didn't either.
So my apologies too.
It has limits on the amount of articles you can look at
read
over a period of time.
4 articles at a time or something.
Okay. This may be a short show, guys, because we're pretty much winding down here, but I'm going to throw them out anyway. Oh, this is just fun. I'm sorry. This one's fun. This is from Apple Insider that Apple has been sued for $5 million for not recovering data from an iPhone theft because they can't/won't let the user back into their iCloud account because the user turned on advanced data protection. And so therefore the key was kept on the phone. The phone is now missing and are gone, and Apple can't get back in. And so this gentleman claims that he has $5 million worth of information in there. And if you read farther down in the article, you'll see that the gentleman apparently is some type of technology consultant.
What happened to his backup?
That's a fair question.
I guess he didn't store that 28 digit key in a safe space.
Yeah. And some of the comments really are gems. In fact, there are over 3,000 of them. But just looking at the first ones, but the first one from XZ, I guess is how he pronounces it or identifies himself. He took a screenshot of the advanced data protection warning. And it specifically says, because Apple does not have the keys required to recover your data, only your account recovery methods can help you get your data back if you lose access. It's very clearly stated this guy apparently was a technology person, didn't pay attention to it, and now he wants to sue Apple for $5 million. Thank you, Brett. And Brett in the chat room says it didn't say he was a good technology consultant. Point taken. So, is anybody here using advanced data protection?
Now you've got me scared. I got to check and make sure I got that 28 digit key somewhere.
Yeah, I have no idea where that key is. I was just thinking, where did I put that? It's in a safe spot.
It's so safe you don't remember it.
I have sticky notes on my desktop, so
Old school.
I'm sure I saved it somewhere in photos.
Then the next part of our discussion will be how not to do security right. Oh man. Okay, so serious note before we leave this one. If you are using advanced data protection, please take your key and store it somewhere safe. Somewhere safe that you will remember you stored it. Like a safe deposit box or, a safe that you might have in the house or something, that preferably a fire safe that can't be destroyed if your house burns down, because that would be really bad.
Do they let you generate a new key?
I don't know about generate a new key. You could obviously turn it off, and then
back on. Yeah.
back on, and then get a new key.
Yeah, I really don't remember where I put that. I remember feeling it was really safe.
I can guarantee you it'll be in the last place you look, because if you continued looking after you found it, that would just be dumb.
Well played. Well played.
That's fun.
You know what? This one, to end the formal part of the discussion, I enjoyed this article from Fast Company. Whoops. That it gives you 6 Easter eggs on your iPhone or your Mac to go find. And so just when you thought that Apple was no fun anymore, or they kind of lost some of the original hacker spirit and some of that, I thoroughly enjoyed some of these. I think there was only one that I knew about, but I didn't know about a lot of the others. And so, yeah, it's just fun.
The author on this did some research and apparently found some previous articles that looked at these Easter eggs that were hidden, and then went around to see if they were still on Apple products or still available. And they have since dropped off or disappeared. So it's interesting that there's a history of this, and they throw some new ones in apparently every once in a while and pull some old ones back. Now, they could have pulled the old ones back because they're not that form of their software is not running the same anymore. But the idea that there's some folks with a sense of humor that are burying these things in there just for users to run across, or for memes to start with it, where the idea gets out, hey, check this out, try Let It Snow in the apps or in the Apple Store and see what happens. It's just playful.
Yeah. My favorite one was the icon for connecting to Windows PCs is just an old style ugly monitor with a blue screen of death displayed. How can you not like a company that does that? Brian?
Yeah, it was a fun article, and there was one in particular that I enjoyed, was the Let It Snow. So I guess if you go into the Apple Store app and you type it in, you get little snowflakes that are falling. So that's a neat little Easter egg thing to try.
Yeah, and that seems like that may have been maybe not around quite as long as some of the others. I don't know.
Yeah, it said iPhone, but I also tried in the on the iPad. It works there too.
Nice. Today's Mac Voices is supported by Insta360 and their new Insta360 X5 flagship camera. Visit store.insta360.com and use the promo code MacVoices to get a free invisible selfie stick worth $24.99 with a standard package purchase. Limit first 30 standard package purchases only. I'm excited to have Insta360 as a sponsor of Mac Voices. When you watch Mac Voices video version, you're seeing it through the Insta360 webcams that have been my choice for years. But that's a story for another time. This time, I want to introduce you to their new flagship camera, the Insta360 X5, an 8K, yes, I said 8K 360-degree camera that has more features than I can list here. A couple of the ones I'm most excited about are the enhanced low-light performance for all-day, all-angle shooting. 185-minute battery life means that you can keep shooting. And here's the big one. Well, okay, one of the big ones. You can capture both 360-degree and a flat video at the same time, with the flat video ready for instant sharing. But there is more, a lot more. Improved audio, larger sensors, and AI-powered framing tools. Right now, though, I want you to go to store.insta360.com and use the promo code MacVoices to get a free invisible selfie stick worth $24.99 with a standard package purchase. Limit first 30 standard package purchases only. That's store.insta360.com. I have plans for this camera, and you will too when you see what it can do. The Insta360 X5, the latest and greatest from Insta360. Check it out. Thanks to Insta360 for supporting MacVoices. Today's MacVoices is supported by MacPaw, the makers of Clean My Mac, your ultimate solution for Mac control and care. Try Clean My Mac for 7 days free, then use the code MacVoices20 for 20% off at cleanmy.com/MacVoices. In business, time is money, and your Mac should be working as efficiently as you do. That's where Clean My Mac comes in, the all-in-one solution for keeping your Mac secure, optimized, and ready for business. Developed by MacPaw, a leader in macOS software since 2008 and notarized by Apple, the new Clean My Mac goes beyond basic cleaning. It's a care-focused tool designed to maintain peak performance, minimize downtime, and protect your most valuable asset, your productivity. With features like Smart Care, you can streamline routine maintenance in just one click, freeing up system resources without interrupting your workflow. The My Clutter and cleanup tools clear out duplicate files, cache, and hidden system junk that bog down performance, so that you're never slowed down by digital inefficiencies. Security is a non-negotiable in today's business environment. That's why Clean My Mac includes the Moonlock anti-malware engine to detect and eliminate threats before they impact your operations. Plus, the built-in assistant and menu app offer proactive insights to prevent issues like battery drain and overheating, keeping your devices and your team running smoothly. Whether you're managing client presentations, financial data, or critical communications, a sluggish Mac shouldn't get in the way of business. Keep your Mac tidy with Clean My Mac. Start with a 7-day free trial, and when you're ready to make it part of your business toolkit, use my code, MacVoices20, for 20% off at cleanmy.com/MacVoices. That's CLNMY.com/MacVoices. Stay efficient, stay protected, stay productive with Clean My Mac. Thanks to Clean My Mac for supporting MacVoices. David threw in, thank you, David, another article to touch on since we have a little time, and I'm going to throw that into the chat rooms. David, do you want to talk about this one while I catch up, because I haven't had a chance to read it?
Yeah. So Google is going to be scrapping its plans to change for third-party cookies in Chrome. So it no longer plans to depreciate cookies through its privacy sandbox, and it's saying it wants to phase these out in an update this coming Tuesday, which is actually today. It's going to remove this feature, and I don't know. As I've read through this, it says its intent to do that is for some inoperable communication standards, bringing digital advertising traffic under their sole control. We just talked about that, did we not? And with this announcement that is now over, so that means it's going to be removed, and we got no more plan changes for third-party cookies. And I honestly hate cookies, honestly, but they are convenient when it comes to going to websites and having information there when you are. But we've always over the years have had those privacy concerns with cookies, and I don't know what you guys feel about that, but I've let them go. But it's up yes or no with that, I guess. But yeah, looks like that kind of happened with what we just talked about earlier with ads. That this is they're trying to remove that to maybe relinquish any issues of them forced them to be broken apart.
It feels like the companies can't get their act together and for the benefit of the user confirm a standard that works for everyone. Apple has been trying to push passkeys. I honestly don't know what Google has done with passkeys, if anything, or some of the other partners in that initiative. I have some passkeys set up, and yeah, it works wonderfly. All I have to do is, especially on my MacBook Pro, just put my thumb down or click and let it go. And so that's great, but it's so limited. And if memory serves, that's something that has to be done also on the server side. There has to be
Right.
something done over there. So that's not the answer. And it just feels like we will never get away from passwords. And David, to your point, other people storing information about their service on my computer can be really convenient or really scary.
Yeah, the comments on this article, there are only a few at this point, but they're pretty surprising. It made the spy tech exclusive to Google. It did not do anything to protect user privacy. They just changed the tracking from generic cookies to Google exclusive privacy sandbox, and it would further strengthen Google's monopoly position, was said by Fredelkivitz, is the best I can do with that. And apparently, according to Drinkbox Gamer, this has also been an issue with EU and the UK regulators who pressed heavily for it. So,
yeah, it's I don't know. I mean, maybe it's better the devil you know. And we know about cookies. There are a number of really great utilities out there to clean your cookies. And that really sounded strange, but sorry. I heard it, it got this far out of my mouth. It's like, that really didn't come out.
That's an after dark discussion. We should
right.
be talking about cleaning your cookies.
But yeah, and in fact, I think it's MacScan that I have installed, and it is forever telling me I deleted 200 cookies, 300 cookies, and I'm thinking, where did you get 200 or 300 cookies? Because I haven't hit that many websites. And so how many cookies are these websites storing on my computer, and what are all these cookies doing? So I don't know. And I'll take the conversation there for just a second. I'm running MacScan, and I also run Clean My Mac from MacPaw as a way to maintain my computers and my security. Who else is running what?
Yeah,
if anything.
I'm running Mac, Clean My Mac.
Okay. Anybody using any other antivirus or anything that's targeted in that area?
I'm spacing out on it. I'm doing Clean My Mac, but then there's Mac. What is it? I've got it, and I'm on a new system right now, so I can't go in and check it.
It's okay.
Let me see if I can find it.
And under the heading of full disclosure, MacPaw and Clean My Mac are sponsoring MacVoices right now. That's not why I bring it up. I bring it up because I use it, and I think it's relevant to this discussion. So I felt like I needed to do a disclaimer.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't at the moment. I'm considering, but I tend to like using Safari and the what they call the private relay.
Yeah.
Okay. Webb just confirmed that he's also using Clean My Mac and MacScan.
Malware Bytes is what I'm using.
Okay. That's another good one. That's another good one. Yeah. Brett in the chat room said, I bet each website has some 15 tracking cookies on it. Yeah. Wouldn't be hard at 15 each to stack up. Yeah. Gentlemen, that's all I have. Anybody have anything they want to discuss? We have some extra time tonight, or we can give everybody back a little time if they want. Anything on the Vision Pro front? Dave, Marty, and Eric?
Well, there's supposed to be that new episode coming up of race car going up. I forgot what the mountain was. Do you remember, Marty?
Nope. But we mentioned it last night in our episode about a new, I guess, immersive experience video coming up.
Yep. That's
been announced. There have been some interesting. The last week or a week ago, German rumors started talking about Vision Pro 2 and also probably something like Apple glasses and those kind of bifurcating into two different products that were going to come out. And since then, this last week, everybody's publishing articles on, what are going to be the new parts and new pieces to the new version of Vision Pro 2. And in fact, we titled the show last night, "I'll Take Mine in Midnight Blue," because there's a lot of pictures of supposedly cables and things that are midnight blue color. So
I've gotten so burned out on rumors and
Yeah.
things. I mean, the number of iPhone 17 and sometimes iPhone 18 rumors. It's like, really, guys, come on. So.
Yeah, I've kind of stayed away from it too. It's just, it's tough to really start talking about that right now. It's so early.
Well, it feels like they're, just like tonight, we're a little bit short on content tonight because of WWDC coming up. So, and happily, there hasn't been any more significant litigation other than a stupid $5 million lawsuit against Apple. So, so they got to write about something, and so they turned to rumors. So, okay. So, Pikes Peak, is
Yep.
that it? Okay.
Race up Pikes Peak in under 10 minutes.
Okay. Sounds fun.
Sounds scary.
sounds
Well,
upchuckable, really. No intent, no pun intended.
That's twice tonight.
On that note, we're going to get out of here.
Get a short show tonight.
Yeah.
I was
so
looking
let's
for
go
other
around.
stories. I couldn't find anything.
Yeah, well, that's okay. That's it. There's, I looked earlier too, and it's like, there's just
That
no,
means we whizzed through all those.
well,
A shorter panel helps make it quicker.
Yeah. So let's go around the room, let folks know where they can find you, and then we'll give everybody back some time on their calendar. Dave, Mr. Easter Egg himself, where can folks connect with you?
I'm not going to wear this shirt anymore. Thanks for having me, Chuck. You can find me at InTouchWithIOS at InTouchWithIOS.com. I think we're going to have the return of Jeff Gamet. I've confirmed it, possibly, but he should be back. And you can find us on our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/InTouchWithIOS. I'm here on Tuesday nights. I'm on the Mac Show on the British Tech Network on Fridays. We've got the upcoming event coming at the Naples Apple User Group, Mac User Group on the 30th of April. I'm looking forward to that. Going to talk about iPhone 16 and Vision Pro. Doing that. So, and then of course, Mac Stock's coming up soon. So, but you can find me at on social media at Bluesky and Mastodon at DaveG65. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Dave. I can't help but point out that Dave says he's confirmed it with Jeff, probably. So it sounds like Dave is becoming the Mark.
Something allegedly happens later that I don't know about, but
Yeah,
I did get an official word by the official man himself.
Yeah, Dave is becoming the Mark Gurman of MacVoices Live. Yeah.
Did it come with a blue check mark next to it? That's my
Possible.
Brian Flanigan-Arthurs, thank you so much for being here. Where can folks connect with you?
I appreciate it. Thank you again so much for having me. I'll be actually occupied the next couple weeks. So I'll be back in about 3 weeks for MacVoices. The next 2 weeks, if you're looking for me, actually on my website, Brian8944, I've got a couple of econ educator presentations I'm doing. So that's the best place to find me soon.
Is there any chance any of them are at the White House?
No, not at all.
Okay. Just checking. Okay. Thanks for letting us know, Brian.
Yep.
Good luck with all those.
Yeah,
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Good luck. Marty Jencius, thank you so much for being here as always. Where can folks find you?
Jencius, Jencius at bisky.social or Bluesky for you blue check folkers. There is, you can find all of the stuff that I do at thepodtalk.net. Monday night with Eric at 9 p.m. Eastern time, we do a live Vision Profiles. Tuesday here with you, Chuck. It's great to be here with such great minds and ideas and folks in the chat room. And then Thursdays with Dave on In Touch with iOS. And I'm doing some other projects like Gear Up and Go with my son, and also Old Mac Gang with a group of senior seasoned Apple users. Just having fun. Just having fun.
It's the best way to do it. No question about it. Last but not least, the man with the Virginia bluebells behind him, Eric Bolden. Eric, I was going to call you a bluebell, and then it's like, no, that doesn't work.
Called me an Easter egg, so.
Yeah, Dave had a nice yellow shirt last week, and now he's got a nice blue shirt. Easter egg. Okay.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, but he always matches whatever flower I put up.
Yeah. Well, I got this new collection of 12 different T-shirts, so I'll make sure I wear one color each week.
Yeah.
So maybe Eric, you and Dave can just coordinate, and you find the flower, Dave finds a T-shirt.
Maybe I'll wear pink next week.
There you go.
Eric and the Bluebells kind of sounds like a 50s singing group.
Eric, are you going to sing us out?
No, nobody wants that. Nobody wants that.
No. So where can folks find you and your Bluebells?
Oh, I don't know now. I'm gonna Mastodon is the easiest at EA Bolden at techhub.social. Otherwise, Mondays with Marty, Tuesdays here, of course, and Thursdays with Dave.
Yeah.
Been fun.
Yes.
Sounds good. Folks, this is Mac Voices Live. I'm Chuck Joyner. We do this Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern. We usually are running late. Tonight we're running early. So
first time in a while, if at all.
Yeah, really. Yeah. So come back and see us next week. Right now, Mac Voices we're playing a little bit of catch up on a few things, and also the NAB interviews are being released interspersed with our regular content. So look for that, and look for the Road to Mac Stock coming up soon.
Woo-hoo.
Until the next time, and as always, thanks for watching. Visit MacVoices.com for show notes and to connect with Chuck on social media. Get involved in our Facebook group or like our Facebook page, and get more out of your Apple tech with Mac Voices Magazine, free on Flipboard and on the web. And if you find value in it all, consider supporting us through either our Patreon campaign at patreon.com/MacVoices, or by making a one-time donation via the PayPal link on our front page and in the show notes of each episode. You will join these fine people who help bring you Mac Voices. Advertising handled by Backbeat Media at backbeatmedia.com. Bandwidth provided by CashFly at cashfly.com.